Alright then, I'm ready to start.
Okay. Are you ready for me to start the mission?
Yes.
Continues to push his Soviet forces into Western Europe, seizing control of key regions left behind by the retreating Allies. Great Britain now stands as the last European nation yet to fill the jackboot of Soviet aggression. That might be short-lived, however, as sources tell us that a vast Soviet armada has been spotted off the northern coast of France.
Commander, I'm Field Marshal Robert Bingham, Chief of the Allied Military Command. I've been told that you're a very capable officer. Well, let's hope this assessment is correct, as all our senior commanders are now fighting in Europe, leaving the defense of Great Britain entirely in your hands. I'd like you to meet Lieutenant Ava. She will be your intel officer and communications liaison.
Glad to have you on board, sir. Field Marshal, the President is ready for you.
Mr. President, I'd like you to meet our new commander on the ground.
Greetings, Commander. You ready to send those commies running back to their mommies? I sure hope so, because if you don't stop them over there, the only thing standing between those godless Reds and the US of A is going to be one little ocean.
I absolutely agree, Mr. President. We cannot allow the Soviets to secure a foothold in Great Britain. The fate of the free world depends upon it.
Soviets have conquered much of Europe with brute force. Now, they are trying to invade England by attacking a virtually defenseless civilian city, Brighton Beach. Commander, we must hold the line and defend against the Soviet advance. If they take Brighton Beach, it's a straight shot to London. All of Europe will fall. We cannot let that happen.
Alright, now if you could continue, that there will be the briefing.
The Soviet Union is on Britain's doorstep. You must do everything possible to repel the incoming attack. Expect waves of Soviet forces to approach by airdrop. Unfortunately, we do not have heavy armor reinforcements at this time. You will need to find a way to complete this mission with the resources you already have. Good luck.
And, if you wouldn't mind, I would want to try playing through all the missions on hard difficulty, because medium is more like a joke, I'd say. Easy is a complete tutorial, so... Anyway, the way that units work in this game, or well, units in this game, and sometimes some of the buildings, actually no, just units, be it vehicles, aircraft, ships, or just infantry, all of them have abilities. These abilities can make them more resistant to damage, weaker to damage, and can cause them to switch like fire modes and fulfill different roles. When it comes to the ranks, a unit can gain ranks depending on what it destroys or kills, and also depending on the amount of units and buildings that were recently killed or destroyed on both sides. That's called a threat meter. When a unit ranks up, there are 3 ranks. When it ranks up once, it gains, I think, damage. When it ranks up twice, it gains health. And on the 3rd rank up, it gains extra range, damage, health regen, resistance to some effects, and if it's a mechanical vehicle, it will also repair itself. So these units are very valuable. It's best to keep them around if you can, and look out for those that are ranking up. Anyway, you can start the thing, and we'll get to see more in the mission itself. We'll get to, actually, as the allies, we'll get to manage a base in this mission right away. As the others, the first mission is just a, like, infiltration or something.
Brighton Beach is under siege by Soviet forces. The city must be liberated so we can bolster our defenses against additional waves.
So the unit balance when it comes
We are
to...
mustering defenses. Please make do with these peacekeepers and attack dogs for now.
When it comes to the
New objective received.
unit when it comes to faction balance, Soviets rely on numbers. The Japanese rely on a combination of numbers and... What? You killed my dog! Control click is attack, and you can attack friendlies as well.
I didn't push control.
Oh, you didn't? Oh.
Oh, I did. Yes, I did. I was grouping my unit.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll get another one. Anyway, so if you select a dog, you'll notice that it has an ability, and Peacekeepers have an ability as well. The dog's ability stuns any infantry and other animals near it for a short while, and for the Peacekeepers, they take out a shield that makes them able to take more damage than usual. Infantry can garrison buildings, just like the one ahead of us, and when that's done, they gain range and take way less damage. But units like conscripts can flush out infantry from buildings real easy, because they can switch to a fire mode, which allows them to do damage to the units and ignore the building entirely. Molotovs. And Peacekeepers, because they're using shotguns, gain damage with the closer they are, unlike other infantry. Conscripts do constant damage, and the Japanese do constant damage as well. Run!
Objective
There we go.
complete. This base will be your staging area against the incoming attack waves. Co-Commander has been issued a mobile construction vehicle to provide additional support.
That'll be me. In the case that you play solo, you will have an AI co-op
New
or
construction
co-commander,
options.
and the co-commander will have a personality and be
Soviets are
voiced.
closing in with an airborne force. It looks like they're going to paradrop into the city. We cannot let them take Brighton Beach. You must hold them off.
And will be voiced
Insufficient
just like
New objective received.
the characters in the cinematic, etc.
Ready, sir. Where's the trouble? Unit. 10-4, sir.
So you have
Civilian population has been evacuated. Your inventory may garrison the deserted structures for protection.
Armed response.
New
Ready, sir.
bonus
Where's the
objective
trouble?
Right.
Keep in the
received.
peace.
Insufficient
here.
funds.
Lock it down.
so
Securing building.
the way that base management works in this game and the resource
Ready,
collection
sir. Where's
is
the trouble?
you got a refinery and a mine. The prospector is gonna travel to and from it, and you're gonna get 250 from the mine. However, we share income, so you get 125, I get 125. But because we have a one mine each, you get 250 in the end, I get 250. When it comes to the tabs below the minimap, the house is for economical and various other buildings. The shield is for defensive structures, we have none available yet. And then all the other tabs... You here? Hello?
Sorry, instinctual alt tab.
And it didn't crash this time, did it?
New bonus objective received.
No, it didn't, okay. So anyway, to make it short, there's 6 tabs. The first 2 are for building things, and then the remaining 4, the stickman and the other following 3 are for training units and making vehicles. I'd recommend making many peacekeepers and garrisoning the buildings, even though the conscripts can clear out occupied buildings quite easily.
Board and cover. Securing building.
On the minimap you got
Ready,
the
sir. Where's the trouble?
orange buildings marked. You can try garrisoning those.
Ready, sir. Where's the trouble?
And also, if you look all the way on the minimap at the bottom, there's one orange marked thing. That's a hospital. If we capture that, our infantry will
Ready, sir.
regenerate.
Where's the trouble? Tactical unit. Board and cover.
Enemy units detected.
Here comes the airdrop.
Training.
Where's the trouble? Keeping the peace.
And the music.
Standing by. On alert. Ready, sir. Where's the trouble? Standing by. Lock it down. Keeping the peace. Ready, sir. Where's the trouble? Tactical unit.
Our ally is under attack.
Oh no.
Standing by, sir.
Watch out, they have Molotovs.
A unit is under attack.
They'll do massive damage to any garrisoned units. It's easier to just ungarrison them and have them fight face to face.
Blow 'em away. Keeping the peace. On alert.
Star-level Peacekeepers can demolish a lot of units. The shotgun... Nope. Watch out, the shield makes the Peacekeeper die in one hit to a Molotov.
Objective complete.
Tactical unit. On point.
Excellent.
Training.
Keeping the peace. What's the situation?
More Soviet invasion forces detected off the coast. They will arrive shortly.
Trouble.
They're getting another airdrop.
Ready, sir. Where's the trouble? On alert. That's affirmative. Ready, sir. 10-4, sir. Scanning perimeter.
And you've just gained a top secret protocol point in the bottom left.
Peacekeeper, ready for contact. I got him. Come a little closer. He's
A
going
unit is
down.
under attack.
Ready, sir. En route. We'll settle this. Securing
I'll explain what that point is for in a minute.
Consider it done.
Objective
There we go.
complete.
Alright. That point can be used to gain a top secret protocol dot. I thought I would follow it up with something, but...
Hello, capitalist dogs. I am General Krukov, the one who will bring you defeat today. Brace yourselves for the might of the Red Navy. We will pound your little island until you weep for mercy.
Just to check, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay,
Things are
good.
going well, but I fear that was just their first wave. Take those gun emplacements on the beachhead to help repel any more attacks that might be coming.
So when you switch a Peacekeeper to the bulletproof shield mode, they can tank a lot more damage from the conscripts, but a Molotov will, if it hits a bulletproof shield wielding Peacekeeper, it's gonna instantly kill it. So watch out for that.
Training.
Standing by.
A Soviet naval force has been detected off the coast. The Armada will be here shortly. New
Talk to me.
objective received.
On point. On time right here. Keeping the
You can set
peace.
patrols with the Alt key.
Javelin soldiers are now authorized in the defense of this area. Train them from the boot camp. New bonus objective received.
On time as always.
Training.
How can I help? Piece of pie.
Engineers, aside from being able to capture buildings, can also
Got the plans
use
right
their
here.
ability. But because we have a hospital, it's pretty much
Enemy units
pointless.
detected.
Just for missions when we won't have a hospital, they can turn into a mobile hospital, basically. They can also be used to repair a
Insufficient
broken
funds.
building, but you can repair broken buildings anyway. Just below the minimap is a small wrench, a $sign, and the mission menu. You can click the wrench
Our
and then
ally
click
is
a
under
damaged
attack.
building to make it repair.
Okay.
Have you already picked a point, or in the bottom left? Have you?
Only let me pick cryo shot.
Taking
Yeah.
position.
Well, it's the only one, but it's useful. It's
Cryo
against
shot
infantry.
ready.
It freezes any infantry and smaller vehicles, and when it's frozen, as something is frozen, that means
A
that
unit is
usually,
under attack.
when it takes even a single point of damage, it dies. So you can freeze clusters of infantry and take them out.
Training.
Up, javelin on deck.
I would recommend making a bunch of javelins, because we will get attacked by quite a lot of aerial units, and the javelins can attack the dropping infantry before they reach ground
Insufficient funds.
while they're parachuting.
Enemy units detected.
The secondary ability of javelins makes them have a delay before they attack, but fire with greater speed and much greater damage and range. So it's best used against larger targets.
Insufficient funds.
Do you have your white flag ready, Commander? Making a move. Let's hustle. Go, go! All right, coach. Let's hustle.
A unit is under attack.
Hell yeah! Got your back. Stay low.
And some units do extra damage to others, while some do less damage to others.
Let's hustle.
Peacekeepers are bad against vehicles, while javeliners are great against vehicles but poor against infantry. But of course when you have 40 of them it doesn't matter.
Yo. That's on mine. Javelin on deck.
Our ally is under attack.
Javelin. Got your back. Go, go! Hey man, stay low. Let's hustle.
Need more money.
Oh, should I go over there and help? I know that I'll get eventually hit as well.
Training.
If this were a regular mission, you would be able to expand
Soviet
and
naval forces inbound. Prepare for their
right,
arrival.
make 2 engineers if you can, and try to capture the 2 guns. They will be useful when repelling enemy navy.
On hold.
But or if you want to make units instead, I can pick up the 2 engineers.
Training.
I've got to make them.
Cancelled. Training. Cancelled.
Yo, stay low.
When I pause construction at one of my buildings, how do I re-enable it?
You left click it.
Stop. I'm ready. Javelin right here. On deck. What's up, coach?
Training.
Javelin right here.
Arm response. What's the situation?
Alright, 5 seconds.
Javelin on deck. Yo, this is our house. Javelin. Good call right here. I'm ready.
Insufficient funds.
Here they come. The captured guns will fire on these, so the stingrays won't make it as far. The stingrays are the ones which insta-kill infantry.
Insufficient funds.
You can also direct the guns what should they fire upon.
Peacekeeper, ready for contact. 10-4, sir. Good talk to me. Peacekeeper, ready for contact. Peace out.
Our ally is under attack.
Hold it right
A
there.
unit is under attack. Our base is under attack.
Is there an attack move in this game?
Yep. If you haven't rebound your keys, it should be A and right click.
Keeping the peace.
Bonus objective complete.
Ah, right click.
Yep.
10-4, sir. Neutralize them. On point. He's going down. Peace out.
What's up, coach?
Tactical unit. Clear for engagement. Take him down.
Another note,
Peacekeeper, ready for contact.
star level units are immune to things like the animal stun, so they're also pretty good in that sense.
That's affirmative. Confirmed.
But that's not it. They haven't given up yet.
Don't get overconfident. This isn't over yet. Javelin, hey man.
You can also set a patrol by using the left alt.
The Soviets are about to attack again, sir. Intel says this is the last wave, so hold your ground.
You are authorized to construct an armor facility and multi-gunner turret defenses.
What?
Vehicle production authority granted. You now have access to the multi-gunner infantry fighting vehicle.
I got no money for that, are you crazy?
This is our house. Hey man, good call.
What did they want us to do?
What's the situation?
Build an armor facility and some multi-gunner turrets.
10-4, sir. Talk to me.
Insufficient
Right here, standing
funds.
by. Peacekeeper, ready for contact.
What's up, coach? Javelin on
Oh
deck.
wow, it gave me a whole ton of money.
What's the situation?
Oh, well, I'm poor.
Scanning perimeter. That's affirmative.
But it's fine.
Scanning perimeter.
The missions are designed to mostly put pressure on the first. I reckon, or
complete.
imagine, that it's mostly designed to attack first player, but there are things coming for the second player as well.
En route. 10-4, sir.
Alright.
New bonus objective received.
I'll build 5 IFVs, huh?
Enemy units detected. New construction options.
The probably not. Multi-gunner IFV is a vehicle that is probably pretty unique when it comes to light vehicles, in the sense that you can send an infantry unit inside, and the vehicle will change what it does. It can change its role, it can change whatever. If you send in an engineer, it's going to change from a light anti-vehicle, anti-aircraft vehicle into a mobile repair station. Oh, and if you send in a Peacekeeper, it's gonna turn into a infantry shredding machine.
Keep them on. Ready.
Insufficient funds.
Get your back. Making a move.
Keeping the
Tactical
peace.
unit.
Securing area.
Taking position. Making a move. Got your back. All right, coach.
Tactical unit.
Jab.
Armed response. Peacekeeper ready for contact. Tactical
man.
unit. On alert. On point. Scanning perimeter.
Insufficient funds.
Can the Peacekeeper shoot air units?
Peacekeeper cannot shoot air units.
And the little vehicles?
Multi-gunners? Yes, they can. You can also send other units inside the multi-gunners. They'll gain a different ability or different attack.
Insufficient funds.
I do not recommend sending in javeliners, because then the damage decreases of the IFV, but it shoots more rockets.
Oh, do they like dudes you put in it shoot out of the vehicle?
Yep. A different top, so to speak, a different weapon or different attachment is put on top of the vehicle instead of the rocket pods. If you send in a dog, it's going to become a wide area of effect unit stunner.
Hey, man.
Insufficient funds.
It's going to just have large speakers, and there's going to be a dog woofing. Here come the dreadnoughts. Rocket ships, in other words, homing missiles.
Insufficient funds.
Javelin on deck.
What's the situation? Peacekeeper ready for contact.
Javelin on deck. I'm ready. Javelin. Making a move.
Amazing. Good as done. Multi-gunner.
Insufficient funds.
Whatever you need. Hey, mate. How are ya?
Insufficient funds.
Got your back. Taking position.
Our ally is under attack.
Allied bombers inbound, Commander. Ready to pound the ground. Don't worry, Commander. We've got your back.
Our ally is under attack. Our base is under attack. Repairing.
Watch out for the Kirovs, they're deadly. I'd recommend switching the Javelin Soldiers mode into the lock-on, and you can take out the Kirovs pretty fast if they manage to lock on. But if they don't, just switch to regular.
Armed response. On point. On deck.
And watch out to not stand below the Kirov, because it's gonna do damage where it drops.
Making a move. Locked on. Here we
What's the
go.
situation? Unit. 10-4, sir.
I'm here for you. High speed, low drag. Let's go say hello. Whatever you need. I'll drop in.
Javelin on deck.
If you garrison a building, the Kirovs might make a stop and try and destroy it. So that's a way to delay them.
Rack on. Good as done. All right. And that is on me. We have a lot more coming.
What's the next play?
It's a little busy now. Hold it right there. Plant the
A
foot, will
unit is
ya?
under attack.
Let's make
Our
tracks.
ally is under
Let's go
attack.
then.
Unit lost.
Plant the foot, will ya? Have at it.
Here comes the Hail Mary.
Are you doing
Luck
fine?
seems to be on your side. My
Somewhat.
armies needed elsewhere to fight. But don't get comfortable.
Ah! They've blown up my whole base.
Yeah.
Good edge done. Let's go then.
I was not expecting these things, okay?
It's fine. We help.
I did not expect a bunch of super tanky bomber ships to come in.
Congratulations, Commander.
Well, we won. They retreated, so it's fine.
It made sense.
Oh. This was like a demonstration of what to expect from the heavier Soviet units. Alright, now pause for a minute.